Hi, I'm Bob Barbet, and I want to present today the first of a series of 3-minute videos on refracs. And hopefully at the end of the series you'll have a comfort factor with refracs being able to help make America's old oil and gas wells great again, to paraphrase a popular slogan. So our background is a little unique in the market in that we have a pretty strong petrophysics base. Started out as an open hole wireline engineer and been a log analyst since 1981. And we've done dozens of major reservoir characterization projects. We're looking for remaining mobile oil and gas, and it's everywhere. We see it pretty much across the board in the tight gas and tight oil world. There's a lot of remaining reserves back there because of historically poor completion practices. The second part is the frac best practices side of it. We've been teaching best practices schools in the industry since 1993 to pretty much all the major service companies have been through, major frac service companies have been through the courses, and also numerous oil and gas operators, majors and independents around the world. So we've got a fairly unique perspective on that because those are really two of the key disciplines. One is the prize there, from the reservoir characterization, and number two is what mechanically do you have to do to get it out? What happened the first time? What did the frac do the first time? And understanding what the mechanics were involved with the way it was completed and what you can do to improve upon that. Refracs are funny though. They come and go in the industry. Usually when the prices drop down, everybody flocks to refrac conferences and writes papers. And 2008, there was a lot of activity when gas prices dropped, several conferences on it. By 2010, not really any papers on it at all, really, to speak of. Same thing in 2014. Since then, I think I've been at more refrac conferences, and I've actually been involved in major refrac projects for clients. So it's a funny thing. But and the main rap that it gets, that's probably justified to some degree, is the lack of repeatability results. That's what I think customers really want to see. Repeatable results are good in that you can more easily sell your management and your investors on doing it to begin with. And number two, with good repeatable results on 5 or 6 wells, for instance, you've got a pretty good potential to have P2 reserves, which is a major plus for your asset base. What we're going to present is a 4-step process. Number one is getting the right team in place. Number two is identifying the remaining oil and gas that's there. Number 3 is finding out why it's there. And number 4 is implementing best practices to make it work. And we're going to talk about these over the next few weeks. Next week we're going to go into more detail on putting the right team together. And in the subsequent weeks, we're going to talk about the rest of the process to make sure that you can help make America's old oil and gas wells, great again. And with that, I'll close for the week. See you next week.